My name is Dr. Samuel Peralta, and I'm a 2024 GBA Laureate. Before I begin, I wanted to announce that there is a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket launch scheduled for no earlier than October 2026. It will carry to Earth's orbit the astrobotic Griffin lunar lander, which will then use its own rockets to journey to the moon and land as NASA's Moonbase 2. On board Moonbase 2 is the Lunar Codex Polaris collection, an archive smaller than a hockey puck, preserving the most global collection of human creativity and achievement ever launched into space. Its metallic record of humanity will last on the moon over 1 billion years. Preserved in the Polaris archive, among other works of humanity, are programs, videos, songs, and performances from the Golden Balangay Foundation Spotlight events, laureates and speakers, from its inception in 2017 through 2025. On landing, under the Artemis Accords, the Lunar Codex and the GBF collection will become part of the heritage of humanity to preserve for posterity. Mark your calendars for fall 2026. The countdown has begun. You're headed for the moon. Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to thank the Foundation and Ronnie and Claire De La Gana for inviting me today to touch on my thoughts on beyond achievement, turning success into impact. Thank you too to all my kababayan for listening. If I asked you to define the absolute pinnacle of human engineering and achievement, many of you would look to the stars. You'd think of rockets launching through the atmosphere, overcoming gravity, and landing on the lunar surface. For many countries, for decades, that was the ultimate metric of success. Did we get there? Did we plant the flag? Did we achieve the impossible? 7 years ago, we began a project that quietly shifted this paradigm. The project is called the Lunar Codex. Conceived by a Filipino who immigrated to Canada just over 25 years ago, it is a massive archive of human creativity, art, writing, music, and film from over 50,000 creatives from over 264 countries and territories around the world and 156 indigenous nations. Digitized, miniaturized, etched on nickel, silver, quartz, silicon, and materials that can last up to billions of years, and sent to the moon on multiple lunar landers. We have 11 confirmed launches to date, 6 already launched, 2 successful lunar orbits, and 3 successful landings on the moon. The rockets themselves are masterpieces of technical achievement, but the Lunar Codex, that represents something entirely different. That represents impact. And that is what I want to challenge us to think about today. How do we look beyond the rockets of our personal and professional lives and start focusing on the payload? How do we turn our success into lasting impact? For most of our careers, we focused on engineering the perfect trajectory. We are trained to build rockets. We chase the higher degree, the better job, the revenue target, the promotion. These are vital. Achievement is the fuel that moves us forward. It is the sheer force of will that breaks us out of our comfort zones, like a rocket escaping Earth's gravity. But achievement, by its nature, is self-limiting. A rocket is designed to burn through its stages and drop away. If you land a flawless multi-million-dollar rocket on the moon, completely empty, you have achieved a staggering technical feat, but you haven't left anything behind. Success is about what you build for yourself. Impact is about what you leave for others. The Lunar Codex didn't get to the moon by accident. It required focus and intentionality. We had to condense massive, sprawling expressions of the human soul onto metal discs no bigger than a coin. We had to ask hard questions. What is worth preserving? What speaks to who we are? What will stand the test of time? When we transition from achievement to impact, our questions change too. We stop asking, how much further can I climb? And start asking, who am I bringing with me? What cultural or systemic changes am I leaving within my organization? How am I using my platform to amplify the voices that aren't even in the room? To have impact, your success cannot just be a trophy on your shelf. It must become a vessel that carries value to the people around you. Now, the moon is a harsh environment. It has no atmosphere, extreme temperature swings, constant bombardment by meteorites and radiation. The Lunar Codex was engineered to survive for millennia in that silent vacuum. It was built for permanence. The true test of your leadership and success isn't how brightly you shine when you are sitting in the executive chair or standing on the stage. The test of impact is durability. Does the mentorship you gave a young colleague continue to guide them 5 years after you've left? Does the foundation or initiative you started survive the next budget cut? Does your integrity leave a blueprint that others follow when you are no longer in the room? When you live and lead for impact, you are building structures that can survive the vacuum of your eventual absence. Think of the Lunar Codex out there right now, attached to its landers on the surface of the moon. Long after the individual companies that built the landers evolve or fade, that archive of the human soul will remain. We are all capable of building incredible rockets. We have the talent, the ambition, the passion to hit our targets and achieve greatness. But as you plan your next launch, look past the coordinates of your destination. Look at the cargo. Don't just aim to arrive. Aim to leave a legacy. Turn your achievements into a vehicle for future generations and make sure that long after the rockets fade out, what you carry inside, your payload, will matter well into the future. Thank you.